Good morning, strangers. Today we're playing Zeno Clash 2, which is a game. It's definitely a game. It is for certain a game. There is game features in this game, which involves punching people. But more importantly, there's a story. And mostly the story seems to consist of the fact that we are running around Zenobia, beating people up to try and support the father-mother who we beat to death in the first game, but didn't quite beat to death. But we almost beat to get death the father-mother. And then we helped put the father-mother in prison. And then we claimed it wasn't our fault. So, you know, I'm a bit weird on this game. But I believe our current goal was to go as far north as we can to find secrets. And when we last left off, we were checking out the Golem's temple, which we didn't actually, like, fully explore last time in the previous game. And now we're, like, fully exploring it to find some kind of tool or method to try and defeat the Golem, who we've decided is not suitable to our interests, despite last game then being completely suitable to our interests. So, without further ado, let us get underway. Let's play some game. Let's load off where we loaded off from, I guess. And carry on playing on normal. See, yes, we had just beaten up some people, which caused this door over here to open up. And this was a curious thing, because we've got this, like, old civilization, right? Golem seems to have been a part of this old civilization that has been actively trying to spread law and order to a population. However, the people of Zenobia, that's us, seem to be so hell-bent on solving literally everything by punching everyone that he is actively disgusted by our existence and kind of hates us. Which, you know, is it's an interesting concept, because we're always considered ourselves to be so high-minded. You know, we consider ourselves to be this part of this law and order and organization, you know, as a civilization, that I think sometimes we forget that it is an option to just solve everything by beating people up. It's not what we consider a good option, but it's an available option. And now we've got to go through this weird underwater tunnel. I love the art direction in this. Like, everything is just a thing. Like, somebody considered all parts of this and was like, we're going to make this. Like, for example, this, right? This is two bronze or gold hands grasping each other. It's... Ooh, that's... Oh, this tunnel doesn't have the best texture work, does it? This right here is, I mean, it's not ideal. Unless these are meant to be tiles, but there's no real indication of that. It looks like it's trying to be a natural landscape. Oh.
We are under the fog. The Golem told us there was nothing left north, but this tunnel is hidden under the fog.
Right, the fog is the murder fog.
It's good to know he can lie.
Maybe it's one of those really creative lies. Oh, great. What is this thing? All right, we have a thing where we can link these two people together. Oh, they seem really easy to punch to death. Okay, fine. And those are some Healy things. Can we link these guys? Yes, we can link those guys, and we can kill them with ease. Why do I get the feeling that we're going to encounter a boss battle up here? These don't seem like much of a challenge, I'm going to be honest. Oh, the lighting's kind of weird here. I like... Why does it just go randomly bright and then dark? Well, it's no worry. We'll continue onwards. This is a fast travel point. Go beyond Endworld.
There is more land, telling us there was nothing else left, convincing Dedra and me to return. The golem was just trying to keep us from finding us.
So what is beyond
Be
Endworld?
careful. We don't know anything about this place.
What is out here? What lives here? Oh, I like this. We're discovering completely undiscovered territories. I love it when games let you do this. Oh, so we've just come from over there, and it seems that these towers generate some kind of field in that direction. So they have some kind of control over there, and I guess this is now in the uncontrolled area, maybe? I have no idea what's out here. We've got a... Oh, that's weird. That's really weird. There's just a broken piano here. What is this? What the heck? Okay, so this game just went from being weird to being really weird. We're now experiencing some kind of weird dream situation where there's a piano and there's a sky outside a window that's punched it. What the hell? Are these the relics of some ancient society that perhaps we are a participant in? I mean, why are they out here? And we have a clock. Well, there was nothing like this in Zenobia. Oh, cool. We're building up our little inner sanctum of a room. This is a cool visual effect, by the way. Just a window with the pulled away with the visual graphics like that. That's very cool. Why are they painted white as well? Oh, this is so weird. I love it when I genuinely have no idea what's going on. Oh, it looks like there's some kind of structure or building off in the distance. Like, I can barely make it out. Like, all the way down there. Maybe it's some kind of ship. And we do have a moon. Can confirm moon. And a bookcase. Hey Cortez, we're just discovering that reality doesn't exist. Or maybe it does, but we don't know. What is this? How high is our character? Maybe we were just like absolutely huffing the weird gas. But things have gotten weird, Cortez. Things have gotten really weird, and it's deeply concerning. I don't really know what's going on. We're just kind of wandering forwards. We're finding artifacts of a previous civilization, and we found out that Golem has probably lied to us quite significantly. And we found another block of this text. This particular passage of text seems to have been repeated throughout the game, and I don't know what it means. Okay, we've got a skill point there. Wonderful. We've got a mace. Maces are pretty good. Skull bombs, power bombs. Excellent. Everything we could want there. This looks like some kind of... There's housing of it. There's a civilization. There is a whole ass city up there. Oh my god, what is this? Where are we going? There's lights, there's... What has happened to cause this to exist the way it exists? Looks like it's got stadium lighting over there as well. I'm so excited by this. I have no idea what's going on, but I want to know more. Also, we have 5 skill points available. We could put some in strength. In fact, that's exactly what I'm going to do. Because then that gets us completely maxed out to here. So we now have 137% damage instead of 100% damage. Also, we've got like all these areas that we haven't explored. These things have to be important. Leadership gets us strong allies. So leadership gets us strong allies, like a huge bear man who can tear people apart. That's one of the interesting points of leadership. Exactly, that's how it works. How the hell did you get here, Golem?
You lied to us about this place. You told us there was nothing beyond the end of the world.
There isn't anything left here for you. You will go back.
No, not this time.
I will explore, Golem. You can't stop me.
Larger than Cenozoic, much larger. But since you are not allowed to leave the confines of your land, I decided you should remain unaware of this.
Why are we not allowed to leave the confines of our land?
The civilized world. Many people, collectively, have decided so. You Xenos have no notion of history, of how long past events have an active effect on the present.
Hey Nix, how you doing?
Cenozoic has been isolated from the world for a very long time. Now you will go back to Cenozoic, else I'll be forced to kill you.
I disagree.
No, Ghat, don't! It
Oh,
didn't hurt us.
doesn't work.
When you hit the golem, it didn't hurt us. The link is not there anymore.
Why? It doesn't matter. I'm giving you
Oh my god, I can't believe we're gonna kick Golem's ass.
You really think we're going to go with that?
It's strange how they're like, you're not allowed to know about history, but you also must not be allowed to. Also, Nix was having computer issues earlier. Oh no, I wanted to call allies. I wanted to speak to people and call allies. Fuck.
I have neglected my true purpose, which is to stop you from crossing the border.
I think surviving muscle pain, right? Because you've got you've been doing the whole gym thing recently. Stop hitting me. It's rude. Ow. Fuck. There we go.
I could do greater good by going into Cenozoic and planting the seed.
He is absolutely kicking my ass. This is no doubt. Cool. We smacked that guy up.
Once again, I see my maker wiser than me.
The maker's probably well wiser than you.
Protect the limits.
Yes. Okay. Okay. We need to dodge his attacks. Ah, damn it. Brad, Jesus. I barely touched this guy. He's absolutely brutal. He is disgusting. Okay, let's call some allies this time. Let's actually not screw up the whole ally call. This is why I got the leadership.
Come to this. I have neglected my true purpose, which is to stop you.
There we go. We can use them as bait. I actually need to like swing at him, not just thin air, you know.
It would have kept you away.
Smack him up, smack him up.
I thought I could do greater good.
There we go. Just beat him up. Hit him in the back. We are absolutely unashamed of doing so. Beautiful.
I see my makers were wiser than me by giving me a simple purpose.
Beat him up! Oh, don't beat me up. Beat him up. Okay, my mace is gone. My mace is gone. Excellent. Excellent. My stubbornness may be the cause of my death, but you know what? I'm still going to beat you up. It's amazing how this fight has gone almost perfectly this time around. Like last time I was like, oh yeah, it's super dangerous, get my ass kicked. This time, absolutely fine. Punch him up, punch him up, punch him up, punch him up. Okay, we have gotten hit. That's fine. Oh! I was gonna try and go for dodging that, but it didn't work. It didn't work. Okay, we got some punching. I think maybe the mace that I was initially using was just too slow. Okay. You appear to be dead. No, you're not dead. You're fine. Wow, it just vaporized. Cool. Ah, damn it. Okay, okay. I've almost got this. You know what? Just... that works. Come on, he's so close. He's so close to dying. That's it. That's it. We beat up Golem. Oh, he's like a robot inside. What the hell? And now he's like relinked us.
Back. I thought it wouldn't be back. I thought perhaps my makers wouldn't allow me to have my power outside of Xenozoid. Or was it an error? An accident?
Lucky Death. We're going to your city. You just make sure you don't die.
Oh, what's going on? It's like a tiny little boat.
You to go to the city.
You can barely walk.
But we are linked. If you go north, I will crush my organs and you will die.
You bastard! You can't do that. It's not just us. Father, mother, our brothers. Everyone you've touched could die too.
I don't want to do it, but I will.
He's bluffing. He wouldn't do it.
Ghat.
I'm just so enraptured by this. I'm barely talking. Like I want to know what's
Father,
going on.
mother, Dadra, everyone's life is in danger.
You're right.
Oh,
Golem,
the city
why
is
are we
just out of reach. I want to go there.
Why can't we leave Xenozoid?
Reinsertion won't even be considered until people.
Wait,
in Xenozoid
reinsertion? So he
are
was part of
civilized.
it before?
What does that mean?
Civilized is what you and Rimat are not. Morally advanced, civilized people respect the laws of their chosen leaders. Xenozoic won't be civilized in your lifetime. Maybe never. I might be dead soon. And with me, you will also die.
Why might you be dead
What does
soon?
mean? You're like 1,000,000 years old, right?
My organs are failing. Without a replacement, I will die.
Break.
Are we
the
gonna
link.
have to fix?
I will not do that.
We're gonna have to fix
You
Golem. He's
worthless Tef.
basically
You
he's
expect us to just die with
enforcing
you?
his will on us by basically threatening to destroy
I will go
us.
find the East Golem. He has what I need to survive.
Then let's go find him.
I don't have the strength to get there. Not even the strength to control my servants. Take these so I may help you on your way. We will be able to speak regardless of the distance.
Okay, so now we're
You
back
put
to helping
everyone in
Golem.
danger. If you didn't have your magic, I would bash your skull in.
Let's go, Ghat.
Okay, so let's try and break down what we've got going on for a moment, okay? We have Golem here, right? Golem is magically linked to us in such a way that if we kill him, he will kill us. But it doesn't work outside of Xenozoic. But does work when his makers enable it. Which means that we are not allowed to go to the city in the north, which is just over the horizon, or he'll kill everyone. Because he is so enslaved to his decisions. And because we've so effectively damaged him, because we have crushed his shoulder, he is basically putting us in a position where we now have to fix him so that he can enforce his will over our... Oh my god.
If you wish to survive, you must go find the East Golem. I will give you directions.
I think this is a really cool narrative beat in the fact that this character, Golem, has both been our friend and enemy the entire time that we've been playing this game. Like, at no point have we just had a situation where we're like, oh yeah, he's just, you know, objectively a friend. Oh, we can read these signs now. Oh, that's so cool. Now we can find out what all the frickin' text says. Because that text has been everywhere during the game. I'm so excited for this.
Golem, can't you make the shadows stop attacking us?
I don't have the power to communicate with them now. Furthermore, I am afraid they are not attack you.
I got blown up.
Also hunt you manually. That is what they are supposed to do, and I will be unable to stop them, as I have done for you before.
Okay, so we're gonna be hunted by shadows. Constantly. Unideal, for certain. But our punches do more damage now, so maybe that's enough? Ow! Fuck, okay, right, they blow up. I keep forgetting they blow up. Ow, like that just kicked my ass. Like I had like half health and now I got nothing. That's rough. What if we go to the city without him knowing?
The East Golem is at the landmark Zeno's call, Pink Tower, far into the mountains.
I wonder if that's an option.
Through the city.
Maybe that's why he gave us the communicators. Perhaps this is his goal. We will punch the Shadow Men. This is true. The Shadow Men must be shadow fight and then anti-exploded. 100% destroyed. So, Fright Jam, and if you just got in, we've got some serious story updates to give. Okay. So, we were messing around on Xenozik, right? We just went past the end of the world. When we went past here, we saw a city in the distance. However, as we got to the edge of Xenozik, Golem turned up and he was like, hey, my link is working with you. If you go past this point, I will kill you and everyone you know about. So we can't go there, even though we can see a city in the distance. And he keeps talking about reintegration, which suggests that the people of Xenozik have been separated from civilization at some point. Also, we found a bunch of weird artifacts. I can only describe them as that. Weird artifacts of civilization that suggest that Xenozik may have been filled with a more civilized people at some point. And we had like a mind meld with them. So we went into like a mind palace or something. And so we're kind of at this situation where we're forced to help Golem despite us thinking that he's the bad guy. And I don't know if... Here's the thing. I don't know if Golem's the bad guy at the moment. I know he's the antagonist to us, right? Like that's very obvious. Like he's definitely counter to our interests, right? But I don't know if he's a bad guy, because for him to be a bad guy, he'd have to be doing things which are against our actual interests. So I'm very torn over what position I think Golem plays here. Like, I don't know if Golem is evil or if we're just misguided and he's trying to rein in insane children.
Continue south through the valley.
I can't stand being controlled like this. Golem, can't you call the other Golem? He can find the East Golem. He can get your cure. Why are you sending us to the Pink Tower?
west golem is dead, and the east golem is at Pink Tower. You must be referring to the south golem. He already knows about my situation, but has decided to stay out of reach.
Why won't he save you?
So, yeah, good question.
I must ask myself, but it is obvious you were helped by him. You have the West Golem's hands and the Sun Harvesters. You couldn't have found these things on your own.
I thought you golems worked together.
It's a very good question.
Not necessarily. The South Golem is my only equal in Xenozoic. Our true purpose is the same.
So,
We disagree.
there's a dead golem that we harvested the fingers from. And so there's 4 golems total, it seems. There's the South Golem who disagrees. There's the East Golem who doesn't exist, and the West Golem is dead. We got some wild shit going on in this game. I wish that health was still there. Not gonna lie. I could do with some health. But okay, I guess we're just gonna make our way south. I have no idea what this will bring us. Oh, thanks for opening up those doors, Golem. I guess. I mean, I presume it was you who opened up those doors. I know not where they lead, but we're gonna investigate them regardless. Hey, Christus, good to see you in here. We got some major story differentiation, like some weird shit happened in the story. Also, we now have the way to read. May the body of a golem have no holes, that they may remain unchanged. That explains why he doesn't have a mouth. Because they want to make the body remain unchanged. Okay, that's cool. That's interesting. But okay, basically we found that we're part of a larger organization, and then there's a city in the north. But it all went to hell at some point. And so we've been deintegrated with society. And it's a big mess, basically. And Golem was meant to help us become reintegrated with society and become civilized, but apparently Xenozoic is not really capable of becoming civilized. Is that shadow not going to explode? Alright, we're going to get all these power buttons, I guess. 100% power. Okay, so it looks like this was just another exit path. We did get 3 skill points, which I'm gonna put in leadership. Good. Maximize that leadership, get the strongest allies, because if I'm not mistaken, there is a big ally that we can grab on the way back here. I don't remember what they're called.
Golem, it's about time you tell us how we will reach Pink Tower.
In the canyon is a single entrance to a cave which leads to a path through the mountains.
We were investigating that earlier.
To this cave
We checked it out.
blocked by a stone door. Just as I had defenses in the north, the east golem's border is protected.
Can you open that door for us?
No.
I cannot. But before losing my power, I was tracking one who could open that door for you. Deep into the Corwood Woods.
Okay, time to go to the Corwood Woods and kill people.
Person or animal, I cannot be sure. But I know it is a misplaced inhabitant of the East Golem's land.
So we have one of the insane Corwoods who's going to be the door to open the locale. Oh my god, this game has so much stuff to it. There's so much deep lore. Alright, so we could fast travel. But we don't want to fast travel because, as I said, I want to go back and investigate the character that we might be able to recruit back here. Because they look like they were a pretty strong character since they had a very high leadership requirement. General leadership requirements have a direct relation to the power of the ally. So let's get stuck in, try and find them. Oh, hey, you're still alive. Right, no, we can leave you there, it's fine. I will leave you there as well, too. It's all good, it's all good. So we want to go over here. Now, we got to remember we have that sun and moon bracelet that's very important because it summons the power of the sun and the moon. Does this go where I want it to go? No. Doesn't open yet. Interesting. When we get on the other side of this. I can't remember how to do that. Let's try sprinting across here. Now the green goo will... Can I not? What? Apparently I couldn't run up there for some reason. But yeah, so we discovered this like thing above our heads is actually an entirely like generated aura. It has nothing to do with like the circumstances around here. There's just like a huge reactor above us. All the way in the north, I should say. I'm now just running around in circles. This isn't where I wanted to be. God damn it. Where, oh where is Mr. Recruitable? That's what I want to know. I want to know where the recruit man is so I can recruit him. Like, the whole sun and moon thing is kind of insane. I love the idea of the mechanic. And you know how powerful it is when it comes to actually utilizing it against enemies. It's pretty strong. Oh, Was it just here? Did all I need to do is turn around? Welcome to my house. Word is my name. Restoring old text is my craft. Perhaps you have seen me elsewhere in Zenuric. Text arranged and gilded with care. Proud work of my clan. So this is the guy who does the text. This is the text man. It has skill points. I don't know why I didn't pick those up before. I do not have enough leadership. However, I just got enough skill points. Yes! Hello, Word! No, that's not Hello World, that's Hello Word. He is now our ally. We have recruited him. This is what all that leadership was for. Now we have an ally. I don't actually know if he's good. I'm just making the presumption that he's good. I wonder if he allows us to access through here or not. Wait, I could interact. Oh. Restorers. Read and enter. Cube key storage cave. What is this? What? Why is it? We've read something. It called us restorers, though. Surely that means that it intends for us to be restoring something. Maybe we're meant to be the like restorers of civility, or maybe just control. Maybe we can bring back Xenozic to a better state of being? I mean, I got no idea, but that was a cool ass, like... That was a cool ass way to build a bridge. Just go sideways. Oh, okay, this looks like something we can open here. Get ourselves a mace and some health. Wonderful. Looks like there is... Ooh, readables. All entrances to the last tomb have been shut, except the desert entrance. So the last tomb, I would guess, is like some remnant of the previous civilization that was here? And so the desert entrance would be the one all the way in... Oh, that's a map of the entire area! That's so cool! Like, because we actually see the specific areas and there's little gold dots. What are the gold dots? Because there's a couple over here, right? And there's one over here. And there's 3 up here. What is this? And then there's one on the far... Oh! So we picked up one of these cubes at some point. And I'm wondering if these cubes have some, like, secret entrance location thing? Entrance of the last time is reserved for the restorers alone. Only we hold the history of Zenuric as told by early Xenos. Xenozic. So this is some kind of, like, secret entrance way that we need cubes to explore? Maybe? It's just the last tomb is elsewhere. The main gate is at the desert. What does it say? Take care of cube keys. Though numerous, no new key can be made. Each restorer who dies in the wild loses a cube key forever. If we hold less than 8, we may never exit these caves again. What is this? Allies' health increase. I found a totem down here. I mean, I got no idea what's going on, but I found some cool stuff, I guess. I wonder something. Okay, I can't trigger that, but that is the same type of material that is used on other things. Okay, so far, we have 3 cube keys, right? And we need 8 cube keys, I think. And that means we can unlock this whole entire, like, secret underground path or something. But in order to get the cube keys, we gotta go to the places marked on the map. Okay, so there's a cube key in that area. So we've got 3, right? And there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 on the map. So there's 10 total, so we don't have to get all of them, we just have to get most of them. So if we go down here, there's apparently 3 down here? Okay, no, that's good, that's good. We got places to be, people to kill. This is something I'm excited about. Ow, what? Ludlow. We just discovered this huge secret. I'm not sure if it's secret, I'm guessing it's secret, right? But we just discovered this, like, huge secret side quest where we can go grab a bunch of keys to find out the true history of Xenozic. So just double check on my map. That area is going to be in Halesdom and the South Road. Okay. See, this is what I like. I like Ludlow. He's just like, I'm gonna handle this shit for you. Just instantly, without hesitation, just instantly in here shouting out people, which I respect. Is good. Handle stuff. Okay, so our plan now is to head south to the family plaza and investigate there, because there was a lot of text there previously, and I really wanna check out. I mean, I want to check out a lot of stuff. Exactly. It's how it works. Just out of nowhere, just abusing you. Oh, this is the helmet of the character from the first game that walked in straight lines. Makes a lot of sense. Okay, where do we go from here? What is our goal? Now, we know what the overall goal is, but we also have those cubes that we want to chase up on. I'm gonna let you run. I could kill you, but I'm gonna let you run. Oh, we're getting attacked by a huge horde of enemies. They are not interested in anything but violence. You know what, guys? I think we're fine. Like, I can just leave. Like, I don't have a huge problem with that. Like, we can just... Ah! Full jolt. Never mind. Yeah, no, I'm leaving. It's fine. I'm leaving. It's good. It's good. I do have a chain, though. Yeah, just wanna let you know, I have a chain. I will whip you with it. That's gonna hurt. Like, that's good. Like, just being whipped with a chain. Like, how much weight do you need to be able to shift to whip people with a chain just casually like that? That's a lot of weight that you're hauling. Alright, whip those guys. Like, no wonder it takes a lot of energy out of the character, you know? Alright, through out to the Wrathbird's Field. Okay, so we want to go to the Corwood Woods. That's kind of our goal, because in the Corwood Woods, we are going to find... I mean, what are we going to find? Let's take a moment to consider. If we go to the Corwood Woods, we will find... That's it. We'll find the key entity that will allow us to go to the down the canyon area. And we want to go down that canyon area because we want to find the the East Golem's tower. Because the East Golem is sitting in his tower and he's not actually doing anything. That's the key goal. It's a bit of a trek, though I don't mind trekking through these open areas. Like, this is a nice place to trek, and it's given me a good reminder of, you know, the places that we've been through. I love any game that allows you to have just open rolling landscape like this. But now we've got that clear idea of a previous society has been existent here. That kind of changes the context of a lot of this, because it means that perhaps many of the things that I thought were like culturally crafted are in fact not culturally crafted, but instead recovered sociological like memes, essentially. Like they saw it in the old art and were like, let's copy it for the new art. Come on, just die. I just want you to be dead. Thank you. I don't know, I'm excited. It's strange and bizarre and unique. Although we are in the situation where we're literally just walking back through, which is less good. I'm not going to pretend that that's great or anything. The whole idea of, hey, you've got to run all the way back. Alright, there was this little... Right, okay, this is the Gate of Hellstrom. We could be beating people up here. The frog... I mean, I can. I kind of hit him in the head. Yeah, we'll hit this guy in the nuts. There we go. This is a dude wearing a barrel, though. So, it's very good, though. It's very good. Okay, so we can go to the Family Plaza. But our goal is over there. However, we know there's cube keys in the Family Plaza. Hey, Bent the Bestie. Hope you're doing well. We're exploring Xenozic. I'm only a little bit of a criminal. In fact, we don't even have a law here, so I'm not really a criminal since there's no law for me to break. Okay, so we have these cubes that we can hunt down, which we may want to hunt down here. We have some explosives. You're right, I don't have a helicopter. This is true. It's not really much of a civilization if you don't have a helicopter. That is one of the true pain points. Where does this go? Oh, we killed a whole bunch of dudes, by the way.
How many marauders have you fought since I last saw you?
I killed a lot of marauders.
The charm, unless you give them a good reason to go away.
I mean, I killed quite a few. Oh, apparently I've not killed enough. So I'm playing Zeno Clash 2, which is a game about a place called Xenozia, or Xenozic. And it is completely bizarre and insane and has no bearing on reality. So far, we've kind of established that we're part of a civilization that degraded, and there's a magical golem that has powers that means that he's linked to the life of everyone he's touched. Which leads us into this unique situation of not really being able to act independently. Alright, I need the trinket. Give me the box.
Ghat? Rimat?
You be father mothers. Look at Ompa. Weak when he found me. Look at me. How Ompa be like me if he be with father mother?
Onpa,
He don't speak with you. He stay until he be like me.
maybe you're not such a great thing to be.
Maybe we can beat him up.
Crush you with finger. You be shame. We crush you with finger. You think you be more than me? If you have more than loudmouth, you fight Ompa.
We fight
me.
Ogna. We fight Ogna. This game is cool. It it comes up frequently. It comes up really cheap on Steam. So this is Zeno Clash 2, but there is a Zeno Clash 1, which I would 100% recommend playing first. There is very much a narrative flow. We are bonking Onpa. Alright, that's Elevero bonked. There we go. Onpa, you're getting bonked. Onpa, you are very bonked. I'm curious, why would you say that Zeno Clash 1 is the objectively better game? Because I wouldn't say that Zeno Clash 1 is the objectively better game. No, I don't want to replace my ally.
Look, he's right. I'm weak.
I mean, you're not weak, but I have a literal god amongst men with me, so I mean, I don't... Like, you're not weak, but you're not as strong as Mr. Word over there, who kills people for fun. So... I appreciate the bestie. But yeah, this is I like this game. I think it, in the same way that I think the Zeno Clash 1 has some flaws, I think this has some flaws. Zeno Clash 1 was definitely... No, it's okay. You can make completely unbased claims here. Like, I want to hear your thoughts, right? You know, compare and contrast them to my own. I mean, it's possible that you simply felt the fighting felt better in Zeno Clash 1, which I could understand. I don't think that I feel that way, but I could understand why someone wouldn't like the changes that they made. Okay, so we got one of the cubes here. Let's head back out to the outskirts. Okay, so your thought process is essentially that the fights in Zeno Clash 1 felt more like they were designed. And you know what? I could see that. That is a fair argument. This has very much, like, the fights in this seem very much more open worldy a lot of the time, which does lead to the issue of many open world games have, which is simply that by being open world, you cannot control every fight. So Zeno Clash 1 was incredibly linear. It was incredibly short as well. I believe Zeno Clash 1 was like a 4-hour... Okay, Bender Bestie, I hope everything goes well for you. Absolutely no worries. But Zeno Clash 1 was incredibly short. Like, as far as video games go. You know, and... Again, I don't think that's a bad thing. Like, I'm not saying that it's a terrible thing, but... When you have that much more of a concentrated gameplay loop, it is easier to have a set of fights which all feel unique and interesting because you just have less fights. But that can lead to that you know, that is an experiential thing, so that's absolutely fair as to why you would... God damn it, Libby Fox. But that is absolutely a fair reason as to why you would enjoy that more. I would say, personally, I'm more interested in the story of Zeno Clash 2. The reason I like the story of Zeno Clash 2 is because I feel like I'm trying to discover something. You know, I feel like I'm peeling away the layers of a hidden existence. Oh, that guy got absolutely wrecked. Let's kick him while he's down. Kick him while he's down. Hit him again. Hit him again. Hit him again. Good. Yeah, I am enjoying this game. I'm definitely enjoying this game. Like, we recently discovered that apparently if I collect all the cubes, I might be able to go into the... desert. Yeah, no, like, that's the thing. To be clear... You know, I'm referencing these things as a discussion as the reference of the context of my playthrough and what I've been playing, what I've been enjoying. I do think you're right in the fact that there is, I don't want to say padding per se, but it definitely feels like there is an amount of, how to put it? I'm trying to think of the words. There is an amount of gameplay where I feel that they are just having stuff. Like these fights right here, right? I'm only fighting them because they're here. I don't actually need to deal with this. And you know what? Because I just mentioned it, I won't. But they're just here. Currently I'm just walking through this area with no real gain from doing so, right? And I can understand why that would feel like padding. You know, that would be a completely fair argument as to your disagreement with certain aspects of the game. You little shit. That guy wants to tear my eyes out. Okay, so this wasn't burned down before.
Harrow is in the middle of the pyre.
Gollum, you know everything. Was he burned by another Corwid, or did he burn himself?
I seldom waste my time.
Yeah, welcome in, Shadowlink. Good to see you here. Also, Dr. Fox, I appreciate you being here.
Harrow. He isn't bound to the pyre. He's hugging it.
Jarrah really likes burning stuff, apparently. Like he just loves. Sorry, Zanctus. I hope it all goes well for you. Hi. Hope you're doing well. Bye. Hope the rest of your day goes well.
Hey, what kind of Corwids are we going to find here?
Insane Corwids.
In this area of the woods. How are we going to find the one who can take us to Pink Tower?
We're just gonna beat up people until we find them.
He should have 2 heads.
Okay.
Now, there should also be a cube out here somewhere, which could be kind of interesting. What is that? There's just like a creepy tuba with teeth that's trying to eat me. Like, oh, that's cool. I like that. I'm just gonna walk past that thing. We don't need to worry about it. It's fine. All right, we're gonna head back down here. Smash the hell out of these things. I said smash the hell out of these things. I said smash the hell out of these things. Game. Come on. Just go to sleep, plant. Go to sleep. Okay, so we actually have just a standard corpse here. It's somewhat rare in this game. Got some food, a little bit of a pack. I'm guessing that they went for the treasure chest and died here, maybe? How is everyone today, by the way? Like, you know, I think there's a couple people in here. How you all doing? You feeling good? Are you okay? Mate? Can I help you? What the hell? This was the dancer from the first. So in the first game, this character would jump around and dance and encourage all the other Corwids to like keep getting back up and fighting me, which would also regenerate my health as well, for that matter, which was a very cool mechanic. But now they're just creeping in through the forest and dying? That's weird. I don't really know how to help them. Come on, bud. Don't do this to me. Don't do this to me. Okay, we're gonna ignore these vicious, angry plants. Okay, we got bridge. Let's go over the bridge. Bridges mean prizes. Right? That's how that works? Bridge equals prize? There's bound to be some kind of prize down here. No idea what kind of prize. No idea what we're gonna find out. What? Is that a huge living sunflower? But it's got a shield on it. Can I throw stuff at that? Why is there a shield on the sunflower? The fuck is this shit? maybe... Hold on. No, that doesn't work. I thought that I was going to zap this with the thing and I'd get the thing out of it. It was not the case. I wonder if I can do it this way, though.
Listen.
Oh, there's a person. Who are you? Hello, have a gift. He's a mantra whisperer. I mean, look, if we can have cool axes, that would be cool. This is not a cool axe. It's more like a cool hammer. I've not played the new God of War. I believe that's a PlayStation exclusive. And I do not have a PlayStation. For some people, lots of people just kind of assume I have a PlayStation. We beat the snot out of them. Absolutely zero respect for that person's existence. God damn. Maybe the reason that the folks of Xenozic have such a lack of civility is due to all the brain trauma that they've undergone. Because we keep hitting people in the head and just completely, like, disrespecting them. Can we knock you off here? Oh, we can't. Come on. Let me knock you off. Oh, 1 second. Where's the moon? There we go. Take the whip. Good. Wow, they're punching each other for making a noise? Weird. Yeah, I'll listen. Yeah, sure. Bye. Sorry about you being dead. I'm fairly certain that we can walk off this and that we'd die if we did. Okay, so we've got like a weird... whatever that is over there. A cairn, maybe? Maybe some kind of tomb? We've got some plants over there. What, a butterfly? Must collect butterflies. Butterflies are very important. I don't know what the butterflies are for. I'm gonna be real with you. I genuinely have no idea what function the butterflies serve. But maybe one day, if we beat up enough people, we'll find out. Is a dead person here? Oh no, it's just a fire. Okay, we've got fire. Good. And, I mean, do we have anything else? Okay, so our goal is probably in that stone cairn that I saw up there. Not where all the unconscious people are. We still got this. I want to know what this is. Like they've just stapled something. What is this? What is this? I don't think I need to shoot it. Can I? Maybe I need to flame it with the sun? I'll probably have to come back for that. Alright, we just whipped a giant plant to death. That feels great. That feels amazing, just whipping a plant to death. And yeah, exactly, not knowing what something does, but knowing that it's... But being able to get to it means it is even more important. And it frustrates me because I want to check that shit out. Probably important. I don't really care how much you want to get up. I have a leg, and you're dead. Okay, let's head over here. Oh, we got that giant shield thing over there again. I think the whip is the correct way to deal with these things. Yeah, plants be gone. Huh, we have a log here. Normally having a log there means that we need to kill some guys before we can go over there. Or maybe we just need to go in via a different route. Oh, it's so much better than trying to hit them with actual weapons. Okay, can we not go in that way? I am decidedly a little lost as to what I actually need to do here. Alright, we got a big-ass tree. I think, we have a big-ass tree. That's what we've got. We've got big-ass tree and a branch that is blocking our way. Now, normally, I would just say, let's jump over this. However, in this game, we don't really have the capability to jump. That's not within our wheelhouse. And since the sun is just rising, we can't use that on it. Okay. So how do we get there? Maybe we need to go down a different path. Maybe it's back across the bridge. We'll go around to the other side of it. And leave out the back of it. Ooh, we found some random place here. Excellent. Exploration skill points and a new beat stick. Welcome back, the bestie. As you can see, we're now exploring the Corwood Woods because apparently there is a creature here that can get us somewhere else. As in, we can travel somewhere else once we find that creature. God damn those things! I hate the whiny noise that those absolute bastards make. But we've been finding butterflies. Found a lot of butterflies. No idea where to use them. You jerk. Alright, we smashed a bug. Have a stick to the face.
Quiet.
No, I don't want to be quiet. Okay, you know what? Yeah, we have sun. Have some fire. Beautiful. Oh, a gun. We found a gun. We found a gun, ladies and gentlemen. We are armed. Found some skull bombs as well, but we're full on skull bombs already. Now, we don't know how to reload guns in this game. That is a skill far beyond us. We are 100% going to get trapped in here or something.
The man with two heads.
Hey, you! Golem, what's his name?
He's the one who's gonna help us open a golem door?
I think it's more of an it.
You want someone to close the door?
What are you scared of?
Is he scared of us?
Afraid of the singers. They hurt him if he goes outside.
It's fine. I've killed like all of the singers.
We're here to take you away from this place.
But he doesn't want to go away from this place because he's a Corwood.
No, he is afraid of being tortured by the singers. He won't leave while they are out there.
If we make them go away, will you come with us?
I believe this game only got a PC release, though I may be wrong on that.
Until all singers have gone quiet.
Well, let's get to it then.
Okay, so we just have to systemically murder all of the singers around here. So that is Golem. Golem has a radio. So what happened, right, was we went to the edge of the world and we beat up Golem. We found out that there was a whole society out there, but he's like, you can't go out there or we'll kill you. Who are you?
Who are you? What are you doing?
That's what I just asked.
Hey!
Do not interrupt the song or you'll be sorry.
Oh, he's trying to fight us. Well, Mr. Mantra Howler. We're just gonna shoot you in the face repeatedly. A contrived means to an imaginary end, he says, as we knock him out by shooting him in the face. So, right, we went all the way to the north, right? We discovered a city there from a past civilization, and Golem's like, you can't go out there because I can't allow you to reintegrate. And so he tries to beat us up. When beating him up doesn't work, because we beat him up, he uses the link to basically say, if you go any further forward, I'll kill us both and everyone you love all at the same time. And so now we're forced to fix him up so he doesn't get destroyed. And so he gave us a little radio box so we can go try and find the other golem, which is in the east, which is that one of those two-headed guys are related to. And so right now we're working for Golem to try and get him some help. I can hear the guy. Is he beneath us? I think he has to be beneath us, right? Hello? You have a crown on? If you don't mind, I'm just gonna shoot you in the head a bit. Oh, they just left. Yeah, exactly. We got like a little, the little radio he gave us also gave us the ability to read messages, like the text. But we found that we're in a situation where some of the text refers to a restorer, and supposedly only the restorer would be able to read the text. And we also got like this cube puzzle, so I'm wondering if to get the like true ending of the game, we need to find something out about this cube puzzle. Like I genuinely don't know. There we go. Come on. Aw, I missed. Didn't miss that one though. Alright, does look like there's another singer up there, so we're gonna go handle them. Let's get the chain whip out, okay? Hey guys! Have a chain whip? We don't respect you. We're a little bit tired, so we're just gonna head over here and take a nap. I swear he just said something about Golem. It's very concerning that they're speaking about the Golem. Maybe the Corvids are like... maybe the thing that's being used to control Xenozic is causing the Corvids to exist by virtue of like some kind of mental outpouring. You know how like in Call of Cthulhu mythos stuff, right? If you have too much interaction with the mind control, mind break stuff, it just destroys your sense of existence. I'm wondering if that's the case in what's going on here. Like we have people who are just losing their marbles because of the Golem's interference, and that's what's causing us to all be so uncivilized. Or possibly they're just all insane. I don't know, I'm trying to link stuff together, and I don't know if it's actually linked or not. Also, after we kill this guy, I'm gonna go on break because I realize I haven't taken one yet, and we're past the time that I would normally take a break. Oh! And kick him! And kick him! And punch him! And punch him! And punch! Oh! 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 He's dead. He is 100% dead. There is no way he lives. We just absolutely yeeted him across existence. That was disgusting. We step down here? Okay, falling damage is real. Okay, we just wasted 2 of our power hits. Okay, but that one not so much. We didn't waste that one. But yeah, the fight mechanics are really unique. They're not something that you come across in other games, right? There's something so visceral about everything being in the first person, but also the enemies absolutely like just yeeting themselves off into existence. Okay, that's our target, but we're taking a break. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to be back in 3 minutes. I need to stretch my legs, grab some water. You know how it is. Please enjoy some trivia. Also, if you're not already following, please do consider following. And also, we do have a Discord if you're interested. You know, the Discord does exist. I don't know if you like Discord, but it is a Discord. Mostly, I post what I'm working on there. So if you want to know what I'm currently up to, that'll be a thing that's in there. Anyway, I should be back in 3 minutes. So just to give a quick summation of my points on emulation, as I believe I wasn't particularly succinct when I was heading out. But to be accurate, emulation at any point on stream, I have no problem with, right? So, like, if someone's emulating, like, legally there is no problem, but like morally, I also have no problem. So, like, if you're playing a Switch game on stream and you use an emulator to play that Switch game, there is nothing wrong with that. The only potential moral conundrum is how you access the game that you're playing on that emulator. Like, that's the only potential issue. And I feel that after a certain point, when it comes to games, if they're old enough, right, but that's what I'm talking about, because I'm talking about a native Switch game. So Breath of the Wild is a native Switch game. So if I had a copy of Breath of the Wild in my hands and was emulating Breath of the Wild and playing it on stream, that would be, like, legally, morally, completely fine by my standards. I would have no problem with that. But if it's like, but if we're talking about, like, just downloading Breath of the Wild from a shady internet site and playing it on an emulator on stream when I don't own an original copy of Breath of the Wild, because it's a modern game, I think that is morally and legally a major issue. Right? Like, that's where I'm saying, and that's why I'm not going to play Breath of the Wild on stream. Yeah, obviously, right? If you're playing a SNES game on a Switch, that's emulation, unless they completely rebuilt the game code from source for the Switch, in which case it would be running on native hardware. That's slightly different, but generally they don't do that. They just run an emulator, right? But talking about playing Switch games on stream, it's a thing, right? Yeah, right. That's the key aspect. And I feel that if we're talking about really old games, like, you know, if we're talking about games that are like 20 years old, then I kind of don't really care where people access their games from, because those games are old enough that nobody involved in them is getting paid for them anymore, and most of the companies have completely abandoned them, and often the companies have completely abandoned the IP, therefore there is no legal grounds for them to sue on them, right? You know, if those games are no longer have anyone relevant to them, then I can't access them elsewise, and it's just historical software preservation. There is no legal standpoint for that. Yeah, exactly. Some of those games are old enough to be someone's parent. And so the only real potential qualm is when those games get re-releases, but that's a separate moral argument that I'm not really willing to get into at this juncture. But yeah, from a legal standpoint, I don't think there's any concern about having emulation on stream. You know, just to be nice and clear. Nor do I think there's any concern about having Switch emulation specifically on stream. It's just the acquisition of those games has to be in a legal method, not via piracy, which is, you know, a consideration. Oh, you little I'm gonna knock you the fuck out. Yeah, that's fair. Like, that's a fair moral standpoint to take, Summer Snow. Oh, you sir, keep complaining about Rooster's blood. Well, you know what? I got some Rooster's blood for you. I missed. That was awful. Well, word got him. It's fine. That guy, however, I got. You sir? Jeez. You know, sometimes you make some terrible decisions in life. Yeah, Nintendo does own your wallet. Like, Summer Snow, look, I like the games that you play on stream, but I would never be able to buy them because, like, you know, screw Nintendo and buying a Switch.
The kidnapper got kidnapped, huh?
Is she at the jail?
Strangers broke into the place and took him away. Like you did.
Only Father Mother wasn't very happy this time.
Where did they go?
South of the city. That's all I know.
Okay, so they took the south road. So Father Mother has been stolen by the goons of the South Golem, potentially. But as far as, like, emulating old games, I don't care. I don't think anyone really cares. You have two Switches. You do have a problem, Summer Snow. You 100% have a problem. Okay, here's another issue that I have with the Nintendo Switch. There's no reasonable way to back up your save games. Like, you can transfer your save games, but there is no reasonable way to create a backup of your save games in case, for example, your Switch gets thrown in a blender, right? Like, if your Nintendo Switch falls off a bus or off a truck or whatever, your saves are gone forever. That's it, just forever. And I think that is inherently, like, super immoral. Oh yeah, no, like, I don't blame anyone for buying Nintendo games. I think most Nintendo games are very good games. Like, if someone says, oh yeah, I bought my, I bought this game from Nintendo, I'm not going to be like, oh yeah, you're a terrible person for supporting Nintendo. I'm just going to be like, yeah, cool. Like, I understand why you would do that. It's a good game. I just don't like a lot of stuff about Nintendo, so I try and avoid buying their games where possible. There's like some kind of giant pipeline here at some point. There was a dude here as well that we beat the snot out of. But I don't know where he's gone now. Maybe we can go somewhere else with him. Was there like some target practice we could do? Punch some jars on these camels. A moving target. Oh. Ooh, there's... I never noticed that before, but this is a mechanism powered by the fingers. Now the question is, what do I link the fingers to power the mechanism? Because I don't see another orb here. Do you see some pigs though? We got orb 1 up there, right? That makes sense. Sorry about that, camel. I wanted to break the jar. Does camels have spiky hair on their head? They do have spiky hair on their head. But yeah, exactly, Summer Snow. It's locked specifically. It's specifically locked down to one individual Switch console, and that's it, like it's my data. You know, I paid for that data. Give me my data. That's how I feel about that. You know. This is clearly something that, like, we can interact this orb with something. But I don't see another orb to link it to so we can punch. Maybe we can link it to a pig. And then we can punch the pig. Let's try this. It worked! I don't know where the fuck this is going. But I killed a pig to access it. What is this? Is this like some weird secret hole tunnel place? Okay, we'll put that there. This looks like poison gas. But does that dissipate the poison gas? Oh, yes, it does dissipate the poison gas. Excellent. Okay, so we can explore this place. Okay, we just found 3 skill points. You know what? 3 skill points is a lot of skill points. I shouldn't be complaining. There's some good skill points. So you can, as far as I'm aware, you can absolutely buy secondhand Twitch games. Not Twitch, Switch games. However, Nintendo is moving towards a digital market for a lot of their stuff. So, for example, DLC isn't going to transfer. Okay, that was a really cool secret to find. I'm not gonna lie, that was a really awesome secret. We had to do some lateral thinking to get that done, and we also had to kill a pig. I love secrets like that. Let's improve our strength. Our strength is now maxed out. Now we could increase the health, but I think we increase the stamina. Yeah, we just have a massive stamina bar. That's the plan. Just a stonking huge amount of stamina, because that means we can whip more. Yeah, you guys don't even understand this, but your lives are linked. If one of you dies, both of you'll die for like the next 10 seconds or so. But yeah, generally speaking, if you buy a Switch cartridge of a game, you could just put that in your Switch and it'll work. And you know, that's all well and good.
Father, Mother, and took him south.
A lot of people hate Father Mother. It happens to anyone who is powerful.
That's a pretty, like, lazy way. Oh, you're powerful, people hate you. This is clearly some kind of huge pipeline. I love the fact that we're going over the same areas again and again, because it provides this level of exploration to the world, because we're going through and finding new ways to explore old areas. Because now we've got like additional tools to open stuff up, for example. Like we got the Sun and Moon Gauntlet thing, we've got the Soul Link Gauntlet. It's all good, it's all good. Oh, it's Father Mother's jacket. Some real shit. Are we just in Fallout? Oh, look at the flying things over there. That's so cool. Those things must be massive. Okay, guys, don't mind me. I'm just grabbing some stuff over here. You know, it's cool. We're just grabbing all these things. It's fine. You don't need these. Trust me, you don't need them. I'll leave you alone immediately. It feels like Fallout for sure, right? Like this feels like the was it the Northern Wastes, I think it is, in Fallout 4. It's got that same kind of vibe where there's so much desolation and death out here. Who is that guy?
What is this?
It's how it needs to conclude.
Ah.
Many people have a story which needs a conclusion. Averilo, Onpa's father, Teterha, Castornis's mother, Gila, Therium's mother, and Hermelin, Zitzi's father. Wasn't he someone else's father too?
I don't know.
What do you all
No,
want?
don't care.
I thought it was apparent. All these people have some animosity against the one who stole their newborns. And they are now ready to lynch him.
And the golems, the shadows with them.
Gifts, servants they can use however they please. If I remember correctly, I gave you
He's not wrong, he did
remarks
give us some
gifts
gifts.
as well, no?
Why are you doing this?
Coxte was asking for something strange, expecting you to obey retroactive laws. My idea of how you achieve your potential is different.
Okay, how do we achieve our potential?
This is the test that reveals, the one you have been avoiding. Without the test, your lives would be a long wait, unbearable for me to watch.
I'm not here for this. I'm here to beat Father Mother to my heart's content.
How would that benefit you, though? All right, guess we're gonna start a fight. Oh wow, we are straight into this. This is 100% violence right from the start. All right, this is garbage. I don't like this weapon. Okay, we have some grenades. It's a gift for you. Gila doesn't seem to care about the grenades. Apparently the grenades do more damage to me than them. It's fine. More grenades. More grenades. Everyone get some grenades. Hey Gila. Well, I know you're angry, but got your eye. Okay, we got. Where's the sun? The sun's over there. Excellent. Have love some fire. Oh, that was effective. You, sir, are absolutely pancakes. And you are going to be pancakes shortly. Alright, is this ready to go again? Come on, come on, come on. More fire! I think I mostly just helped my own dude with that. Not sure that was a good idea. Okay, punch him up, punch him up. You know, it's 2 versus, like, 8. And one of them's a giant monster. Yeah, we're still winning. This is disgusting. How do you come to this life? How do you get through life when you get your ass kicked this hard and you're like, oh yeah, we're in charge, we're the winners? Sorry about that word. Wouldn't hit you if I could have avoided it.
You failed.
Fallout 3 versus Fallout 4? That's a rough question.
I'm not talking to you. No, don't fight them. I'll go to the jail. They could be your fathers. Don't fight them. This is monstrous. Please. No protests. You should have tried to stop it.
My stamina is massive. This is true.
Selfish. The whole test was made for you, but you failed.
Get out of here.
Yes, Father Mother's test is finished. A coward, after all. Your test, Remat, might be taking place right now. You can't ignore the difference between the Father Mother in your mind and the one here. Do your feelings, does your loyalty change?
It's a good question, Remat.
And Ghat's test. It has nothing to do with Father Mother. You were done with all of this even before I came. Meet me at High City, and there you might meet your
Where is
true
High
test.
City? In the mountains, I guess. Okay, so we're in this strange position. Father Mother, you're trash, by the way. You're literal trash. I beat you up like 3 times.
You want to know which one of those were your other parents, don't you?
No. If I didn't ask you before, it sure won't make a difference.
I got
now.
shit to do.
Can't undo what's done.
Like, Father Mother's like, you want to know this? No, I don't. Like, why would you think that of me? I came through here. Look, all this happened because I wanted to find out what was behind a door you didn't want me to look behind. And all of this shit is literally your responsibility because you couldn't handle dealing with answering that. You couldn't say, oh, this is where I keep a pig farm. Don't worry about it. No, you presumed I had a secret. You set everyone against me. You tried to kill me, right? Over and over, you failed to kill me. I beat my way all the way running away from you, where you sent assassins after me, who I beat as well. I went all the way to the north and found the golem who said he'd help me kick your ass, so I brought him back, and then he just stood by while I was the one that kicked your ass. And you know what? I'm done with your shit. Fuck you. Sorry, I just a little bit angry at Father Mother there. I potentially have some unresolved issues. Okay. Okay, no, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I hope we're all good. Also, to answer the questions to Fallout 3 and Fallout 4. Fallout 3, I think Fallout 3 was the game that... Oh, there's a floating pyramid over there? That's cool as fuck. The Fallout 3 was a game that respected me more as a player. I think that's a key aspect of Fallout 3. It looked at what I was doing as a player and said, okay, I'm gonna let you do that. Like, oh, you've bought this thing, like you've got this skill, you've attained this ability, I'm gonna let you do that. And that was the key thing about Fallout 3. I have no idea where we're going, I'm just wandering over here. Whereas Fallout 4 was very much, here is a sterilized, unified set of abilities that you can handle. You don't get to touch anything else. Alright, we got some skill points from this skull thing. All good. This is cool as hell. I have no idea what it is. But I think that's the pink tower in the distance, which is still cool. So, Fallout 4 had a very sterilized set of systems. However, those systems were much more refined than Fallout 3. Like, that is something that I absolutely have to give it. It was so much more refined and clean to play.
What? You curious or what? Ah.
But if I am curious, you just staring out into these wastes. I mean, they are pretty wastes. Never mind. You know what? That's fair. It's fair. You carry on. But yeah, like it's a struggle because I really liked both of them, but playing through Fallout 4, there was just a lot of Fallout 4 that I sat there thinking, man, I wish this was like Fallout 3. And to have so many things which are good while also having so many things which are, in my opinion, negative, it's kind of difficult to choose. You know, it's the same thing that I actually have with Skyrim. I don't like Skyrim that much. I actually prefer Oblivion because Oblivion let you do more weird stuff. Like, Oblivion was more jank. Skyrim is almost objectively, in terms of, like, you know, stability and functionality and all of that stuff, pretty much objectively superior. But it's also got a sterilizedness to it. Oblivion was meant to be played with keyboard and mouse, and it respects that. It has buttons for everything. Skyrim made to be played on the controller so much that most of the UI is kind of a little bit broken on keyboard and mouse because they wanted to simplify and refine everything, and so you no longer get to do cool stuff because your character is designed to be able to defeat because your character was designed to be able to beat every situation regardless of what skills you had. For example, the Mage's College quest, right? If you play the Mage's College quest and you have a high Intimidate, you don't ever need to cast. You can potentially, from what I understand, complete the entire Mage's College quest having never cast a spell. And I think that's wrong. Like, if you're gonna beat the Mage's College quest, surely it should be because you're an excellent mage, but the game is not designed like that. The game is designed to make everything potentially accessible. And yeah, so I feel kind of the same way that I do about Fallout 4 in that regard. I think that they could have made it... Okay, you need to use magic in some of the quests. I stand corrected. But by and large, like, you don't need to be an expert mage to beat the Mage's College quest stuff. You just need to have some magic. I know for a fact that you can absolutely beat it without any magic if you use speedrun techniques, but like the speedrun techniques tend to break the game a little bit anyway, so I'm not going to judge those in the same category. Because they involve clipping through walls and such. But yeah, I want... You know, if I'm going to be the master wizard of the master wizard place, then I want the game to be like, oh shit, you need big magic to be able to do that. Who the fuck are you? Like, what is this? It's a man in a lion outfit with a face in the mouth. And freaky eyes. And there's a bit of a lion here. Can we go in the back? There's stuff back. Oh, there's a cube. There's a cube. There's a cube. Let me go. I want the cube. Give me the cube.
Here. Someone who goes outside. Someone to help me.
Relax. No one said we're here to help you.
But if you do, I'll let you take whatever you want from my room. From my next special room. Yes, you want to help me.
To get some junk you have in a room?
I wouldn't mind
I
it.
want less than junk. So easy to get if you go outside. Moths. Colored moths.
I have a lot of colored moths.
Please, I can't make colors without moths.
I think we have more important things to do.
No, it's so important. I know you'll help me.
Yeah, relax, I won't help. I gotta use that line on someone like, relax, I'm not gonna help you. That would be a great way to introduce yourself to me. We have a lot of colored moths, though.
Here are your moths.
Oh, Thank you, thank you, thank you. Go to the next room. Take whatever you want, whatever you want.
So another thing about Fallout 4, I feel like the Fallout 4 never really cared what your character's stats were that much. Like, so in Fallout 3, you can go through conversations, and if you go into a situation and you have like science 100, right? Your character will just be like, oh yes, I am also a science man. I can do science. And they'll be like, whoa, you're a science man? Well, you know what? I clearly don't need to instruct you in this. You could just go in there and handle it yourself, no problem. Right? In Fallout 4, I think, like, if you have high intelligence stats, occasionally you'll get a thing where you can be like, hey, I'm really intelligent. And then I remember a specific mission where you're trying to get the beryllium chunk or whatever it is. Like, it's a beryllium cogitator, something like that. But you talk to a guy and you're like, hey, I'm really smart. And he basically just goes, I don't really give a shit. Like, whatever smarts you have, I don't care. I'm smarter than you. Go away. And like, that's the closest it got to actually doing that. And yeah, Fallout Settlement quest with garbage.
Before you leave, now I'm happy, but what if I run out of moths? You must bring me more moths. I need more moths to finish.
You have a nice room of stuff, but we can't keep bringing you moths forever.
I have another room.
Another locked room.
The second room is better. I hide the better stuff in the second room. You have to bring me moths. What if I haven't finished
Oh my god, his teeth are through the artist palette.
We'll bring you moths if we want to.
Yeah, relax. We'll help you if we want to. We're kind of an asshole to this guy. Not gonna lie. Okay, what is back here? Looks like a skill pedestal. We might have enough moths. Well, we had a lot of moths. Like, we got 43 of them. Is this enough moths?
My moths. Okay.
But not the third room. Apparently there's something in the third room.
Only the second room. Take what you want. Ah, my moths.
What's in the third room?
What is in the third room?
Nothing.
There's no reason to bring you more moths then.
No. Wait. Bring me more moths. I'll give you everything. Good stuff for you.
Only if you show us everything. This will be the last time.
There was also the other issue I had with Fallout 4, right? Is I really wanted the game to let me actually defend settlements, and I felt like it didn't really do that. Okay, can we see what's in here? It looks like there's some kind of totem in there. I don't know how much I care about a totem.
You bring me moths.
Which faction do I prefer, Brotherhood or Institute? That's a big question. So, I think that the Brotherhood have, like, the right idea in that technology needs to be controlled by people who aren't assholes, because otherwise it will go to hell, right? I think that is the right idea. However, I also think that the Brotherhood are assholes, which leads to the issue of both of them being assholes. Like, they're not actually any good. Okay, go to High City. I don't want to go to the High City yet, though. I actually want to go back to Endwell, because we have 5 of these cubes, and I think we can probably gather more. And I want to check out the cubes. We have to go to Endwell for that. Basically, if I was forced to support one group or the other, I think the Institute are objectively evil, whereas I think that the Brotherhood are misguidedly evil. If that makes sense. And I would rather have someone who is misguided than someone who is actively cruel. Because the Institute doesn't see anyone outside of the Institute as people. I think they genuinely don't think of them as human lives. They're just like, yeah, they're not in here, so they don't have value. I want to get to the fireplace, which I think is around here somewhere. Oh no, the Institute technology is super interesting. I love the fact that the Institute was born out of... So in Fallout 3, in one of the DLCs, there's actually a whole thing about Institute tech. And I like the fact that you start out... Oh, we've got more text we can read here. Banished from my clan, it is the restorer's work to restore, not to write new words. Forgive my compulsion, fine reader. If my original writing contaminates the sacred landscapes of text. Oh, we missed that one before. But anyway, I can't remember where I was. But you see, I feel like the Institute very much doesn't care. Like, it has a complete disregard to the citizens of the Wasteland. Whereas I feel the Brotherhood, like, the Brotherhood wants to improve their lives. It just thinks that they should be the ones in power. And they're kind of assholes about it. But I think having an asshole in charge who wants to actively try and improve lives for other people is not the worst thing in the world. Having the Institute in charge, like, the Institute would literally just vaporize everyone on the surface if it would even slightly improve their one of their experiments. Okay, so I'm looking at this map. I believe we've got 2 here, right? Because that's Halcyon. There's another one here. Where are all the cube locations then? Because there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so we actually just have to collect them all. Because they don't disappear after I've collected them. So I have... I might have to look up a guide for this. I don't know if I'm going to want to spend all the time in here. Like, I genuinely don't think that the Institute could actually be encouraged to do good. Because, I mean, just look at the way they interacted with the player after all of the stuff that they went through. So you have Kellogg doing absolutely evil stuff. Right, but that's the thing. I don't think they ever would decide that that's a nice experiment. Because they evaluate the average citizen as being so low value and low interest. Like, they genuinely don't care about them in any regard. The Brotherhood cares about them. They think that to care about them you need to be a stern parent, but they still care about them. Whereas I think the Institute is just sat there going, like, if there was a second nuclear apocalypse, they just shrug their shoulders and be like, nah, it's not really our problem. Like, unless it actually affected something that they were doing. Oh, I mean, obviously, if I was put in charge of the Institute, like actually put in charge of the Institute, that would be the direction I go every time, because being able to take the Institute and turn them to actually do some good stuff would be incredible. But yeah, like, the first thing they do when they get you back in off the desert, after they've been chasing you with Kellogg, after they've been doing torturous, evil stuff to you the entire campaign so far, right, is show you a clone of your son and are like, oh, it's just a robot. And then just kind of be like, oh yeah, I thought that wouldn't work that well. Oh well. Like, that is some of the most hideous, barbaric stuff to do to someone that's been looking for their kid for all these years. And they just do it casually as an experiment. Like, that is the culture of the Institute. They will do the most absolutely barbaric stuff. And they won't even consider it a concern because they're complete and utter sociopaths. And yeah, Shadow, like, the idea of a existence where you potentially have no idea whether someone's real or not is absolutely terrifying. 100%. Why say real? Because, okay, here's a key consideration. You know what? That's fair. That's fair, that Liberty Fox. But in a discussion of an organization, I think the Institute is the worst organization. if you're given full power over them, that's fair. Like if that's your remit, like I'm gonna side with the Institute because I get full power over them. I think that is a fair judgment, but that's because you intend to influence how terrible the Institute is. And yeah, I was about to say, like, it is my firm opinion that it's one of those questions of AI, right? Does something exist if it's what you call it? But I was going to mention, like, synths are absolutely like real beings. They're not humans because they're a synthetic life form, right? Generally speaking. Going the wrong way. Where is the frickin' fast travel point? I know there's one here somewhere. But yeah, synths are absolutely real beings. They're a synthetic life form that is very, very much real because they have their own thoughts, feelings, desires, so on and so forth. Now, it's possible that the later, like potentially what would be considered the later versions of that might not be quote-unquote real. How do I get in here? I want to get in here. Alright, we're gonna take the fast travel. Sorry, the later versions are potentially more real humans because they seem to be like actual straight up clones. Maybe that seems to be what they're working towards, like manufactured biological, like human gene clones with no like mechanical parts. At that point, they may be very well indistinguishable on all levels from an actual human being, in which case I'd say that is a real human being. You know, in the same way that a clone of a knife is a knife if it looks, functions, and it cannot be distinguished from a knife. And like Curie, for example, absolutely a real being, right? Clearly a real being. In fact, I would argue that a lot of the robots are actually functionally, sapient life forms. Because a lot of the robots in there have a developed personality and function, right? Like they very much are something more than just a programming loop. Which leads to interesting questions, but the world itself... Okay, that is true. I did punch someone's pet to death. That's not my fault. It's not my fault. It's their responsibility. Look, sometimes it happens, right? Sometimes violence happens and people die and I don't take responsibility. And yeah, no, I punched the owner to death as well. I punched him off a cliff. So it's all fine. They're both dead and they can be in heaven now. Or hell. Or the bleak blackness that is non-existence. Oh wow, they really don't like us here. Like, goddamn. Okay, time to go to the high seat and find out about our test. What kind of test must we engage in? I'm actually curious, like, this feels like we're running up on the end of the game. I'm not gonna lie. It feels like we go up here, we do some story, and then we probably run into the end of the game. It probably is pretty tasty. Oh my god, have we already run up another hour between? No, it can't be. Surely not, right? I'm gonna check. Am I insane? Have we just been playing for an hour without thinking about it? Dude, we have been playing for an hour without thinking about it. Like, I've just been moving through this and playing and moving forwards. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we have another break. I've been talking shit and playing games. Which I gotta say is fantastic. I love the fact that I can... Okay, 35, 40 minutes. We'll carry on for a little bit more. We'll go to like 20 minutes past or so. Right, yeah, because I desynced my break. It's an issue. I understand. This is why I need to get a timer. Why are you guys standing around? Am I gonna have to beat you up? Because I will beat you up. I have no problem beating you up. I have no problem committing as much violence as I need to win this situation. It really messes with me that we've got 4 of these things. Sorry, 5 of these things. So we only actually need to find 3 more cubes. Like, we are really close to getting that maxed out. Let's have some more stamina. Let's just have enough stamina that we can run for days. Oh, these stamina buffs are great. Welcome back, Bet the Bestie. We're close to finishing this game, I feel. We've got more butterflies. Always get more butterflies. Also, I want more cubes. To the high city we go. This feels like the final sequence of the game. Okay, so we've got big golem and little golem. And some grenades. Some sunlight. I see why they call it the high city. It's high. I so enjoy just looking around in this game. There is something so fantastic about just looking over the place. Like, you got that area, that's the jail, right? That's the jail they put the father mother in. Now we're gonna go up here and we've got some shit going on here. Like, what is this thing? Who designed this thing? Somebody was like, okay, I'm gonna put some eyes on his nipples and then give it like 3 hands on the left side and some other hands on the right, and then just like this absolutely like humongous stomach penis tentacle thing and an ear, like fuck it, add some wings and a tail. Like, I don't know what the fuck this thing is, but somebody made it and they were like, we need this. And you know what? I'm glad they did. I'm really glad they did. They just were like, let's do something that nobody's ever seen before. Like, we've seen hundreds of anime girls and statues of men and women and all of that stuff. Like, you got an arm coming out of fucking eagle's mouth. Oh, you know what? Tail and hooves look very pig. So we got like pig lower body, and then just everything else coming out the top, which would make sense if this is where like father mother reigned from. Because that would be like the combination of kids growing up into the thing. But you just got like all these balls. Balls, good texture work. Love a ball with a good texture work. Love a good ball, generally. Like, a good ball is something that I will admire, you know? But just look, I don't even know what these are, but they're, oh fuck. We'll go off into the cutscene. Oh, gives us a close-up shot. Fantastic. They've just got a face in it. Excellent. That's like a ringer for a
This
bell.
has failed to give the right time for centuries. But I like how it has its own rhythm.
So this thing has apparently been here for centuries.
You must explain your actions. Coxtay,
oh, Golem is sewn up.
Everything will become clear.
You like playing games with people. So, is this a test for me? Or are you testing him?
No, Coxtay's test is done already. I think he failed too. Test.
What is your test?
Your test. It was tricky to find an appropriate test for you. You are driven by strong ideals of what's right and wrong, and adhere so strictly to our laws. I didn't know how to make you leave the script, but there was the solution. You follow our laws, even when they force you to do something you hate.
So these two were talking at the start of the game, that's what we saw.
Created by people wiser than you and me. It seems you forgot that.
Are those people now dead?
So how did I test you? I gave Ghat and Remat the tools to put you in a tight spot. I gave them the proper directions and weapons to cross the north border, your border. Our laws force you to kill those who trespass the borders if necessary. It's what we were created for. But I know it's abhorrent to your ethical soul to kill for this reason. It was you who disabled my linking power. Yes, I needed to give Ghat and Remat a fighting chance. If you could simply overpower them, then there would have been no test.
I have a point, there would have been no test. There needs to be a test.
Power, you no longer had the strength to stop Ghat and Remat without doing something horrible. Threatening to let them die together with you. You criticize my moral compass, but yours is completely lost.
I'm not against Golem here.
What you felt was right in our law, you chose
Spiky
the
Golem
law.
has some good points.
It doesn't matter how I feel.
Why am I
It does
here?
matter how you feel,
You'll
though.
never
It's
be at
important.
ease while Coxtail leads Xenozoic.
You're right. Your laws, they're like a weight your makers put on your back. How can I trust those dead people we cannot know?
Perhaps
It's a very good
Xenozoic
question.
can become a better place with Coxtay in it, but you feel otherwise. Ghat, Coxtay is your test, but you cannot really face your test while he is linked to you and the others. Your will is suspended, blocked by the unfair fear of hurting the others connected to him. Allow me to get rid of that obstacle for you.
I'm afraid I do not know what those words mean, Ben DeBesti.
Ghat, now the golem is still linked to you, but no one else is. What will you do?
You're almost completely right, South Golem. I will fight the Golem. But I'm also here to fight you.
Oh, we're gonna fight them both. We are gonna call some allies. We do want some allies.
The creatures.
Let us. You know what? Let's link them.
We can expect this behavior.
Good. Everyone gets linked. 100% linkage. Punch him.
Coxtay, so high and mighty.
Punch this guy. Punch this guy.
Push the fate of others as well. Unlock your goals, all the execution.
Oh, do I speed run the game? No, I do not speed run the game. I'm not good enough to speed run this game. Not good enough. We just stole that thing right back. What are you doing? All right, everybody gets linked. Everybody gets linked. They're immortal. He seems to have like Caxtay seems to have unlimited health or something. I'm unsure. Okay, link you. Link that guy. Punch this guy. There we go. Oh, break the link. Broke the link. I can't link him again. I feel like I feel like this battle is not going to be one that I beat up by just beating them up, right? Okay, we're linked to him, so we can't do damage to him just yet. That's fine. We'll wait for the link. Ow, damn it. We'll wait for the link. We're not gonna get unlinked. Okay. It's not going well for me. Alright, link these guys again. He's coughing, it's bad. Welcome back. So this game seems to be about 7-8 hours long. Welcome back, Summer Snow. Hope you have some good food. Okay, this isn't working. Let's try this. He does not seem to care about that. You know what? Let's try the whip chain. Let's try whipping some guys. Okay, so if we block, it seems to work. It doesn't seem to work. Never mind. But we can like hit. Let's punch him up. We punch them up regardless. I mean, if this is meant to be our test, right? Like, we kill Caxtay regardless of how much he beats us up. I feel like we need to do something with this. Love some soba noodles. I mean, I prefer like some thinner egg noodles, not gonna lie. Okay, here we go. Punch him up, punch him up. Punch him up, punch him up. Come on. I stopped being able to attack? What? Game? Game? Okay, so using his staff, it doesn't work at all. Let's punch this guy up. Okay. Zorb 10, we can seem to damage. We're just gonna pummel this guy. That's it, just pummel him. So, I've not played Zelda Twilight Princess. Big struggling to make this work. Why have we got to beat them both up, though? Okay, he's dropped his stick. I think we need to link these two to make this work, right? We can't damage him directly. So we link him like this. That seems to work. I'm not... struggling to understand how this fight is meant to be engaged in. Okay, so picking up the 6 doesn't work at all. We don't want to pick up the softs. They keep dropping them, but it's bad. It's bad juju. Okay, block the incoming attack. Okay, block. He healed me? So, I think... we punch him up, block the attacks. Punch him up, block some. See, I've had a lot of issues with enjoying Zelda games. I've always found Zelda games to be kind of... It's not that I think they're bad, right? Like, I don't think Zelda games are bad in the slightest. I just think that Zelda games have a decided struggle when it comes to video. Words. They have a decided struggle when it comes to entertaining me, because they have a specific gameplay style that they want to pursue. I'm not sure what I'm trying to do here. Good block. Keeps healing me, but I keep trying to punch him. But what purpose does this serve? Alright, he's coughing. Alright, link these two. That seems to make him unhappy, right? Go punch him up. Just keep beating him up. I don't know what this does. Oh, you mean like the kind of color and the texture? So, you know, I can see that. Okay, we're linked again. So we put these two linked together. He anti-links it. And then we punch it. Okay, I understand. I mean, I don't really understand, I'm gonna be honest. Mostly I'm just punching him in the spine. Okay, we link the two of them. I'm understanding this fight a little bit. Then he should anti-orb. Okay, and then we pick up his hammer. Then we hit him with it. Beautiful. I don't really... He just throwing his hammer at me? Okay, I feel like I'm fighting this fight wrong. Oh, did I do damage to him like that? We just beat this guy up. I'm not sure.
Even in Cox's day, even you had been sleeping too long.
Why is he flying now?
You had to come to Xenozoic and do something, anything. Not because you care about the
He does. Oh, we got enemies.
And to defend borders, people are too primitive to cross anyway. Forever. How many
it's exactly.
past the mountain range? Sail distances unfathomable for their technology. No one had Mondote, and some Orote dried up.
What is going on with this game? Oh, it's the old dude. Wait, what? No, my power ring. Give me back my power ring. I need that to disrespect the enemy. Yeah, okay, we gotta get rid of that. Give me back my ring. You can't deny me my power. Yeah. I don't lose to anyone. I whip them. I whip my chain back and forth. Yeah. You weren't expecting it. This fight is horrible. Besides not really having a clear indication of what to go on and do, I'm not really sure what I'm meant to be handling. Okay. We're just gonna whip the chain back and forth. Okay, we're linked again, so we're going to use this. Like, it seems that my goal should be to kill the guy who's soul linking me every 10 seconds, right? But it doesn't seem to be, like, a major consideration. Like, it doesn't seem to be the most important thing to do. Like, we'll just throw some explosives. Like, that'll do something to someone, right? Like, he keeps healing me, but he also keeps punching me, so I don't know what he's trying to achieve. That was kind of cool, not gonna lie, that looked cool. I'm gonna punch them both. Like, we just punch people, that's what we're doing. Like, why you stop chasing me? I will beat you up, I will win. I mean, I probably won't win. I'm going to be honest, I probably won't win. Okay, so we link them. Alright, then we get the chain whip out. Good. Chain whip out. Whip them both to death. Yeah, don't fuck with me. I got a whip. Yeah, you can't touch this. I'll whip you. Don't mess with me. This isn't my test, this is my whip. Oh, I got him resting. Okay, link them together again. I love how he has like a little hand control thing when they're linked. Like when he starts to link, he actually opens it up on me specifically to disable it on working on everyone. Alright, whip them both, whip them both. Whip them both. There we go. I'll whip my chain back and forth. I'll whip my chain back and forth. Okay, don't attack me. I'm getting some stamina back. Just whip them back. My HP is top left corner. You see the red bar next to my character's portrait? Okay, link them again. Okay, link them. Oh, I missed. Good. His organs are falling out. It seems important to him. I don't really know what I'm meant to be doing in this fight. I'm gonna be honest. That looks important. An oath? Wait, so these guys become golems. They choose to become golems.
Lifetime of service. No, several lifetimes. If the best of my
let's link the soul beam. Okay. You can wait, he killed them? Oh, there's so much lore that I want to check out, but I can't because I'm busy dying to these guys. Okay, link this. I need, oh, my ring's not working. Link them, come on. Link this guy and this guy. Link. Is there another one of those orb? Oh, there's another one of the orb things. Never mind. Okay, that's why it wasn't working. Okay, link finger. Link finger, are you ready? Alright, we get this guy, we get that guy. Is this what we're meant to do? Are we meant to just beat the snot out of him when he's like this? I'm gonna beat the snot out of him. Come on, I'm so close to knocking you out. There we go. That's one down. Fist world problems. That's the achievement I just got.
If none of us survive, if none of the 4 golems live, replacements will come to Cenozoic. What's the last you heard of the outer world? That could happen in decades.
That's a good question. What has happened to the outer world?
It could also happen tomorrow. Fortunately, I am not going to win this fight. And I see that I cannot trust you to carry out our mission. I will best serve our makers by forcing them to send a replacement.
Oh no!
Next day,
Holy crap! The golems just exploded themselves! I was not expecting that outcome. So we're free of the golems, but we still haven't uncovered the story of what's actually going on. I think we know in broad strokes what's going on, really. So we never got to find out what Ghat's test is. I mean, I guess we kind of did. I wonder if there's another ending to this game. That's Deirdre, the girl that we had affections for. Okay, that's the end of the game. Like, I know for a fact that we missed out on a pretty big secret. That is true. I did ace it. I aced the test as a ace team determined. I feel like there's more to this game that, you know, you could get into and investigate in historically background stuff. But if that's like the default baseline ending, I gotta say, it's a little bit unsatisfying, but I like the idea of it being left open for a Zeno Clash 3. Like, that felt really good. The last fight was kind of crap, honestly. I didn't really understand what it was trying to get me to do. Like, I wasn't sure what my goals were there because I could attack both of them. I appreciate that, Ben the Best. But yeah, I was not expecting this game to be the game that it was. But again, I really enjoyed playing this game. Like, yeah, I was being Golem 1, I need to be Golem 2 to win. I misunderstood the grounds of the game. Probably would have been a lot better if had I understood that. I thought I needed to beat the Golem that was hostile to me the entire game, not the Golem that was not hostile to me for the entire game. I feel like they could have made that clearer. But then again, by and large, as far as this game goes, I've actually preferred when the game hasn't made things super clear, because it has always provided a unique methodology of interaction with the game. Like, I know that there were secrets I missed. You know, I am 100% certain there are things that I could have found that I didn't find. I know the cubes could be a thing. Like, I haven't found all of those. I wonder if there's a way to go back to a previous save. If there is, I might on my own time go ahead and just run through and find all those cubes, because that is a super cool, like, potential thing to discover. But yeah, I love this game. I really love this game. I was not sure that they were going to be able to make a game that made me enjoy the game like I did the first one. But yeah, like, real talk, if you guys are unsure whether you should play Zeno Clash 1 and 2, I would say you should play them, if only for the completely unique experience that they provide. Now, we're about ready to, like, I would normally consider precisely potentially what I was going to do, but I think today's plan, we're just going to raid out here. So we're going to try and find someone to raid. Let's have a brief look around. Oh my god, Mr. Kawaii Desu is around. We want that. We like that. We like Mr. Kawaii Desu. We're gonna, unless there's anyone else that's, but yeah, no, it's Mr. Kawaii Desu. He's getting raided. Let me just work out how to do things again. It's fine. Sometimes I'm bad at this, okay? Okay, Mr. Kawaii Desu is a cool person. I don't think I really need to say anything more than that. Mr. Kawaii Desu is a cool person. They are currently playing 3 Houses, which is cool. Now, Mr. Kawaii Desu is unique in the fact they run their games in Japanese and then translate them to English. which is not something most streamers do. If you are looking to learn Japanese, they're a cool place to hang out. If you're looking for a completely weird person, oh, Christus, yeah, that's pretty rough. That's pretty rough. You know, maybe I'll play Twilight Princess, but I've got a lot of games to roll out before then. I'll think about it. But no, absolutely mad that you did that, but seriously cool. I hope it was a lot of fun. I hope you got to see some cool stuff. We went hiking in a video game and defeated Tech God or something, so that was good. But okay, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna rate you out to Mr. Kawaii Desu. Mr. Kawaii Desu is great. If you want to, please, we do have a Discord. So feel free to check out the Discord if you want. I will be posting general things I'm dealing with there. We don't have a raid. There is no raid message. You're just gonna have to deal with that. Anyway, please go have fun. Spam eggs at Mr. Kawaii Desu if you got them. I hope you have a wonderful time. I'm gonna be out for now. I hope you have a wonderful day.